Hi everybody, welcome back to my Dungeon Boss campaign series. We are just about to start chapter 15. 15 is a 7 dungeon chapter, culminating with the Fire Lord Temple. Not as bad on regular campaign as it is on challenge mode, but it is a tough one nonetheless. We're going to be splitting this chapter into a 4 and a 3. So we'll get started with Empty Crypts here first. It has a recommended level of 38. I am currently level 39. Some of my heroes have skills still that are probably about 36 or 37, so I'm right in that realm of basically at level. We have pretty hardcore boss here. He's got 5 stars. We noticed with the last chapter that we got a couple of hard guys in there from time to time. We're dealing with some undead, and we're dealing with largely just water heroes. So team that we're going to bring along, we're not going to bring along Koros because he is a fire hero, so we're going to leave him. So what we will bring instead is we'll let Kira and Grognog do the killing. We will let Nub Nub heal. And then I'm actually going to bring William along to taunt just for safety aspect. Because things went so weird the last chapter, I want to make sure that we're playing through this one appropriately and not just getting beat too easily. This first one is a nice short room, or short dungeon, so shouldn't be too bad. It'll allow us to basically taunt early enough and we won't even have to let it come down. So that's what I was expecting from Kira. He's one of my strongest guys, and then obviously those undead aren't going to, they're not going to hack it. So if it's just the one guy, as far as the boss room goes, then it's not even really a big deal if I would have used Grognog's move here, but he obviously handled that pretty well, so I'm not even concerned. So we'll throw our taunt up with William, so unless this guy has exceptional damage to armor, or possibly to a tank or something like that, that's the only thing that would really crush us. Undead guy, I'm not afraid of him. Healer warrior with nothing other than extra energy and just cannot be frozen. Nothing overly dangerous there. We'll just pound him with whatever we got. And then we will taunt. Dungeon so fast we're not even going to get Guardian Strike up. And actually we'll save our heal for the next round, just so we're not wasting with the pre-heals. This triple slam though, that's the rough skill on the very end boss. We're going to have to watch out for that. Obviously he's got pretty high attack, so something to watch out for. Wouldn't be a bad idea to bring somebody like Cobalt along to maybe disease him. He obviously has pretty decent defense too. Caster might do well against him too. So he already did his main skill with the triple. We should be fine for now. I don't think that's going to come around for a while, at least not to the point where it's going to cause me any issues, I don't think. So I'm going to get Guardian Strike up next turn, plus Kira's AoE is going to be back up too. He just won't have enough health to last long enough. This may very well kill him. Or not. Grognog will, though. There he goes. Alright, so nothing overly difficult there, even without the likes of Koros along the way, so not every dungeon requires him, but he's obviously super nice to have around for those nature dungeons. But that's a topic for another day. Alright, Marauder Lands is going to be all green, so basically what we're going to do here is we are going to, there's no undead in there I don't think. These guys are not undead, and they're tanks. So, what I would like to do is I'm going to dump Kira and Grognog. I'm going to keep William, I think. Actually, no. That's an elemental disadvantage there as far as that goes. That's probably not the best idea. So what I will do, let's see if I got anybody else worth it here. Nobody else is really leveled up. I'll take Cobalt in there just to have. So we'll go Cobalt, Koros, Nimriel, and then Nub Nub. That should do it. Grognard probably would have done fine, but with the elemental disadvantage, I just didn't want to deal with prolonged rooms here with him just not doing enough damage, not getting criticals, and plus one of these guys gets a cheap shot on him and it might actually kill him, so just assume avoid that. Plus with Cobalt has a couple of good mechanics. First being he's got his first ascension, so he's got 2 AoE skills, and then second, if he does happen to kill somebody, he regenerates his energy, so that's pretty much reason to bring him along. And obviously I like to disease, so we got some energy back, so always good. And Koro should just eat these guys up. I don't have a ton of good runes on any of these guys. I'm actually I'm getting ready to do a rune overhaul on this account here. I'm going to start spending some of my money, but really I'm waiting to do so until I level everybody up completely. I'm going to be doing a major binge as far as upgrading heroes, because we're going to make a really serious tower push and get to the point where we can start beating that. So I have a lot of heroes that aren't yet summoned. I'm going to be summoning those and leveling them up and such like that, but I don't have a ton of time to play on this account, so I've been kind of putting that off for really quite some time now. Alright, so I'm just going to do basic attacks here, just so I can see how these guys hit. I haven't really had to witness them in terms of how much power they had. They overall don't seem that strong. I'm going to save Cobalt's other skill here, just in case I'm going to need it. You never know when you're going to need back-to-back AoEs in boss rooms. So this will actually be a good one for Cobalt, just to get that disease out there so they're not doing any real bad hits here. Because I don't have a tank, Cobalt's kind of fair game for anybody. I'm going to work on the main boss here. With those other guys' disease, they should be largely harmless, I would think. And Nimriel dodged 2 of those. That's pretty impressive. Somebody hit me with an energy reset because I was going to heal there, so let's hope we get a crit heal, which we did not. I think Koros might be coming up next turn, so let's try and kill one of these guys here. I guess that wasn't going to work. Alright. Should be okay. Alright, so now we'll heal just to make sure everyone's topped off. Obviously, I'm not going to waste a potion on this one. Most of these guys are dead anyways, and Koros is coming up with his main ability. I don't see any reason to really worry about it at this point, so let's just see what this does first, which that was a pretty big hit. And the cows are dead too, so I'm happy. No wasted potions or anything. And we got a Selwyn token. Not really that great, but one of these days Selwyn will get some extra love and they'll beef up more of the Shatter team and he'll actually be worth something. But until then, stay away from Selwyn. He's never gonna be good enough for you. All right, Trail of Bones. I run this one all the time for the undead. Anytime you have to kill, actually not undead. I used to get a quest almost every day that said kill Grave Frost's Harvesters, or whatever they are. We're dealing with the blue dungeon again, so we are going to again swap out. We're going to make sure we have our tank in there again just to be safe. We'll go back to the same team we had before. So far I've been able to do decent without a tank. That last one didn't really have an issue. I guess that's ultimately what we're watching for, is to make sure that the guys that do get hit, they're not dying. So I know Kira is strong enough and I know Grognard is strong enough. They're probably not going to be one hit. These guys will all be one hit though. Every one of them down for the count. Nice long dungeon, 5 rooms. That should actually be up. Kira's AoE will be up again before the end, so that's good. These guys here, unless they do a caster-based attack where they do an AoE, they're largely harmless. I mean, they can do a little cleave attack, but honestly, it's so insignificant. And they look like they have like a single ascension, so they probably have 2 skills, but they don't really start with any energy, so obviously they're not going to be able to kill you if they can't do their skills. Same thing, guys look like they probably have 1 ascension. They don't look like they're max ascended. They could be. I can't remember what Nitpick looks like when he's fully ascended, but I know that when they're at their first one, their little horns are only just little nubs. I'm going to throw my taunt out there just for safety's sake. I don't think it's an issue, but it's a free kill on those guys. There's 1 skill that comes out there. Chilling Blast. A bunch of undead, and look what just came up. I'll just kill these guys in 1 hit. How about that? By doing this, I actually preserve my taunt for 1 more turn, so it's actually not a bad idea. Whereas if I would have just tried to kill them individually, then taunt would probably go down. Josiah looks eerily like the ferryman, which is another guy like this here, but he's undead. Wouldn't be surprised if this kills him in 1 hit. Oh, actually, I'm more surprised that it did that little bit of damage. So, interesting. Must have really high defense or something. Kills, healing blow, kill stuff, disease. Doesn't look like anything special. I'm surprised that he was so tough. I'm gonna throw this stout team out there just in case he's gonna be one of those guys that just wipes the team. Obviously got to get a heal off on Nub Nub 2 or this guy's gonna eat it. A little bit more defense there. And this should be just enough to get us through now. Still targeted William. That's kind of surprising. It's actually good that he targeted William because of the... I mean, he's not a primary attacker, so I don't care that he's diseased. That opens it up for these other guys to come in here and go to Pound Town. Not enough to kill him, though. He's going to get 1 good shot on someone. Fortunately, he took the elemental at disadvantage, but yeah, that worked out well for us. So, nothing too tough there. So really, none of these first 3 bosses were overly difficult. If you have a tank and a healer, I think you can soak it. So they're certainly not impossible, unlike that one sumo guy that just would not die in the last chapter. So, nothing really to sweat in this one. We'll see if this midway point boss is anything. Demon's Den. Red, purple, and nature. This is Emerald Princess. We pretty much have our pick here now. We can actually use Power Team. I'm going to skip the taunt aspect. We're going to go this route instead. Basically a nice little rainbow team. I don't tend to run rainbow teams too much, but Kira's going to make short work of some of those guys. Grognog and Koros too. And then just a different colored healer. I'll take it. You can get away with these teams a lot more in the normal campaign than you can in other ones. Once you get into challenge mode, the rainbow team just doesn't quite cut it in some instances. These guys aren't undead, so let's attack the green one first. She's the dangerous one. Probably didn't need to attack. I probably should have. Yeah, I could have messed that up. We'll let this guy do his little fire attack. We'll see what he's got in store for us. Moderate amount of health. I guess we'll get some pre-heals on these guys. Yeah, I kind of messed that up. I attacked the wrong person. Grognog should have hit this guy. It would have been a lot smarter. Because Koros probably would have one-shot the demon girl anyways. If Kira did that much damage to him, Grognog would have one-shot him for sure. We got ourselves a rune chest. I like that. We'll have to check that out at the end of the dungeon. Hopefully it's a nice little, like, improved. Maybe 3 stars. I would like that. And what I really like is it just for it to be good stats. You know, good rune to start with. These guys, the worst they're going to do is disease, so I don't really care about that too much. So I'm not going to waste my AoEs, even though Kira would have killed them. We'll let them have their fun. Yeah, a little bit of disease. Nub Nub didn't need to heal anyways, so I'm fine with that. Best to use your skills wisely. So the only thing that'll be a problem now is if one of these next people has amplify disease or intensify disease. That would be kind of sucky. I'm just going to kill all these guys in one hit here, just to avoid repetitive hits. Actually, the one little dodge that she got, she dodged it just a little, just enough to save herself for one more turn. Alright, so the downside is Kira's AoE is on cooldown. I don't know if I'll need it. He's going to be able to almost one-shot this person, probably. Maybe. These girls here are nothing special. We'll see how this does here. The bosses are getting tougher where they're not getting one-shot so much anymore. I guess we can't expect a one-shot without better runes. But if they all go down on the first turn, though, yeah, they're not really that tough here. So I'd say use whatever team you want on these first 4 dungeons. You're not going to have a problem unless you pick the elemental disadvantage every time. Alright, so we want to take a look at that rune that we got. It was decent. It's power rune, attack, crit, and skill, so quite a variety. Should be decent. I don't know who it's going to go on, but might find a home somewhere just because it's a little bit better rarity. But that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 dungeons, 4 3 stars, very easy. So we are going to wrap up this video with that one there, and then we will reconvene for the last 3 of chapter 15. So until then, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.